guys, welcome to part 4 of my bookshelf tour, which is also the final part of my bookshelf tour. So, let's begin with the accessories that are kept on this shelf. So, first up, we have this Hello Kitty lamp. It is so cute, and I got it as a birthday gift like quite a few years back, but I still like it, and I've kept this on my bookshelf since ever since I remember. And next up is my pen collection. This is a unicorn pen, and its head just fell off. It is very pretty. And I bought it from a local store. Next up are these beautiful pens, and these are just a bunch of basic pens that I use. And is next is this pen with a beautiful diamond on the top, and also this pen with a smiley keychain on it. I like all of these pens, in fact. And this is a pen with a typical Rajasthani kind of a work on it. And this is a basic highlighter from Faber Castell. Now let's begin with the books. First up, we have Matilda by Roald Dahl. This is the book that ignited my love for reading. And next up, we have Boy by Roald Dahl. I have quite a few Roald Dahl books, and I think to complete the collection or by this publisher, I need only 5 more books, I guess. Next is Danny, the Champion of the World. I absolutely loved this book. Next is The Witches by Roald Dahl. This was very fun to read, as all Roald Dahl books are very fun to read. Next up is the BFG, The Big Friendly Giant. I've also watched the movie, and I absolutely loved the movie as well. Next is James and the Giant Peach. I think this was the second Roald Dahl book that I bought after Matilda, and I really liked reading it. Next is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which is my second favorite Roald Dahl book after Matilda. And I absolutely loved the movie in which Johnny Depp was Willy Wonka. Next is The Twits. And next up is George's Marvelous Medicine by Roald Dahl. I loved this book, it was so cute. And next up is Ezio Trot, which is tortoise, it's just written backwards. Haha, I realized this a little later. It was actually a pretty fun read. It was so cute. Okay, so that's it. This is all the Roald Dahl books that I have. I think only 5 more books are left in the collection. And next up is Dog Diaries Holiday Heartbreak. I don't have only one, but I have 2 Dog Diaries, the Pop Star as well. Now, I don't have the entire series. I never got to collect the got back to reading it and collecting the entire series like I did for the Wimpy Kid, but I liked it nevertheless. Next is The Princess Diaries. Now, this has a silvery kind of shine which has faded off over the years, and I really like this book and also the movie. But I think there are 8 books in this series, so I never really collected all of them. Next up is Young Blood series, The Mediator in the Young Blood series, yeah, by Meg Cabot, which is the author of The Princess Diaries. And next is The Secret Story, which is from the Mates and Dates series by Kathy Hopkins. I have another book by Kathy Hopkins as well, and all these were randomly bought from a book fair. Kathy Hopkins and the Meg Cabot books as well, they were all randomly bought from a book fair way back. And another Kathy Hopkins book, and that is Looking for a Hero in the Cinnamon Girl series. I don't remember much about it. I think I have to give it a reread. This shelf mostly contains children's books, and I really love reading them. I still collect them. Next up is The Reluctant Detective by Kiran Manral. Now, I really like this book, and I think I really should read it again because it was a great thriller, honestly, and it had a very unique concept. Next is Enid Blyton's The Secret of Kilimoyne. Now, another author responsible for getting me into reading would be Enid Blyton, because I absolutely love her books. I love it so much. The Secret Seven, The Famous Five, and her hardcovers, which I do possess a few. I absolutely love them. Next up is an author that is not very popular, that is The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Pika Nani. Now, I read this a while back, and the review of this book is on my Instagram page, so you can go and check it out there. Next is Captain Underpants. Oh god, this is so fun. This is my first Captain Underpants book, which I enjoyed and own, and it has a flip-orama kind of thing. Like when you flip the page rapidly, the image keeps on turning. I'm trying to make it visible on the camera. Yes, like this. The image keeps changing a little bit, so that is called the fliporama. Next up is another Enid Blyton book, that is a Little Toy Engine and Other Stories. It's a hardcover. I have one more hardcover, that is Mighty One the Wizard and Other Stories by Enid Blyton. And I also have one more hardcover, that is Mr. Twiddle Fetches Polly. Now this is in a little delicate condition because it's really old. Now this is also by Enid Blyton, and I absolutely loved collecting these from my library, school library. Next up is Agatha Audley. I read this book last month. I think this was my last book last month, and I absolutely enjoyed it. And again, the review is on my Instagram channel. I'll post it on my community tab as well. Next up is The Egghead Detective Agency. This book was so fun, and it has solve it yourself activities as well. Next is The Tiny Detectives by Cressida Cowell. Now this I got from a McDonald's, and it's so nice that McDonald's is giving out books with Happy Meals. Next up is There's a Rocket in My Pocket. I have two copies of the exact same book, and it's from Dr. Seuss. It's so fun. Next up is Secret 7, not one but two Secret Sevens by Enid Blyton. I bought these recently and loved reading them. Next up is House at the Corner by Enid Blyton. I had read this way back, and I remember enjoying it so much. It was a little heartbreaking, but it was so wholesome. I loved this book. Okay, next up is Horrible Signs. It is a series, and this is the Killer Energy part from it. Now, there is also a Horrible Histories series by the same author. Now, this is the Slimy Stuarts. Next up is the Villainous Victorians. And these books are so creative and fun, especially for kids who despise such subjects. These could be really helpful to get them into reading and also taking interest into the subject itself. Everything is mentioned in such a hilarious manner. Oops. And it was so fun, honestly, to read all of these. I had bought them randomly in a book fair. Next up is another classic, that is Alice in Wonderland. And next is Nancy Drew. Let me know if you've read Nancy Drew. I mean, that is how my obsession with issuing books from the library had begun. And I don't have only one, I have two. Now, I don't remember from where I bought the second one. The first one I had ordered off Amazon, I think. But this one, I don't remember from where I got. I think it is from a book fair. I think, yeah, I don't remember. Now let's get started with the comics collection. Yay! Here we go. Here we have my comics. First up, we have one stack of Tinkle, and then we have one stack of Archie's comics. Now let's begin with the Tinkle stack. First up is this Tinkle Digest. Oh, look at these images. They are so colorful and so bright, and they take me back to a time where I absolutely loved reading these. I think I'll be doing a reread for them, and they're really fun. Just flipping through their pages is so fun. And also, I think why I have reading glasses now is because the font in this is so small, and I used to binge read these books. I used to read I used to read them several times. I used to read them repeatedly, and I used to read them like in a day's span or like 1 or 2 days. I had no control, and I think that's why I have reading glasses now. Anyway, we have a few more to go through. I actually have a really good variety of them, and like it seems so fun. Oh, look at this. That is dazzling doll houses. I think I really should give it a reread. I am now, once I've opened these, I really want to read them all over again. Now, these are the double digest ones, which are a little thicker than the rest. So, one or two copies, no, I think three copies are double digests. The rest are a little thinner ones, the normal digests. Now, this was my Tinkle collection, and I am very, very, like, these are very close to my heart, and they are part of my reading journey. Next is the Archie's collection, that is the Pals and Gals series. Actually, I have, I think, book 2 and 4 of this series. Oh, it smells so good. I think I have 2 and 4 of the series, right? Yeah, this is another one. So I never got to collect the first and the third one, and I'd also picked up the second and the fourth one randomly, honestly. See, this is the second one, and the one before was the fourth one. Yeah. So I never got to collect the first and third one, but I enjoyed them nevertheless. Now, next up is another Archie's. Now, it's so pretty from the inside, and I remember how hilarious these were, and but I don't really remember the stories very well. I think that's sign that I should go and read them again. So also, I have heard that there's this series that is called Riverdale, which is based on these Archie comics in which Dylan Sprouse also stars. So I have heard about it, but I've never got to watching it. It seems a little cringy to me, and I also had seen like a short ad of the series, and it seemed a little I don't know, it seemed a little too dramatic for me. It didn't seem at all related to the comics itself. So I really never got to watching it. Let me know in the comments below if you have watched the Riverdale series. Next up is a Jughead comic. Jughead is a friend of Archie's, so this was his own like spin-off comic series, and I actually loved Jughead so much. I relate to him very, very much. He was a big time foodie, and well, so am I. Next up is another Archie's comics. Well, we are literally talking about it. Look at these advertisements; they're so fun. Like, I would actually sit down and read the advertisements too, because they were so creative and so fun. Look at these games also in them. It's really, really fun to watch. Now, oh, this is the Betty and Veronica one. I loved their love hate relationship. They were friends, but they were also like enemies. They didn't even like each other. This is another Betty and Veronica. But I really loved Betty more. I don't know why, but maybe I related to her more because she was that nerdy character. So perhaps that is why. And we are nearing the end of this. Okay, now, oh, this is a little delicate. The binding has opened up because these are like, I think, 10 or 11 years old, I think. Yeah, I think it is not 10 or 11, maybe 8 or 9 years old. Now, this is a thinner copy. This is a single digest magazine, Laugh Digest magazine, which has Archie and all the other characters. So that was it, guys. This is my shelf, and I hope you liked it. Let's do a quick count of how many books I have in this shelf. Let's begin by the top, maybe. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 124, 125, 126, 127, 28, 29, 30, 35, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Yep, that's it. 97, 197 books. I've also included two books that I've kept downstairs. I hope you like this journey of mine. Like, share, and subscribe. I forgot that there was one book kept on the other table, so that makes it 198 books. Bye, guys.